Alright, this looks way too small for me, so I'm going to double click one of these sizes here, and we'll make this 1:1 instead of half scale. We'll do the same thing for this. Also notice that we left out the dimension to show how much space we have between here, 1.25, and this is not the only small one, so let's make the nose plug and the nose a 1:1 scale as well. Just make sure everything stays inside the borders. That'll be 1:1. And that'll be 1:1. Alright, let's drop back down to sheet 7, go up to place views, add a new sheet. What else do we still need to have? Let's go to base, search. So we have the body and the ears and the eyes. We do not have the eye. Well, let's throw an eye on there. It's a 5:1 scale. That's exciting. Let's make this one shaded. .375 there. 1.25 radius there. And this was a sphere. So aside from needing these center marks here, we really don't need much else, do we? Drop in your name. Pig eye. And let's keep on moving. Place views, new sheet. We don't have any legs yet, so let's open up the legs. That's a 1:1 scale. That seems appropriate. Let's make this one shaded. We need the diameter. It would be nice to show distance from top to bottom. This radius here. And the thickness of the material, which we did not just get. Come on. Distance between the circles. This is being difficult. Let's try once more. It thinks this is a radius. It thinks both of these are radiuses. Interesting. I'm guessing because of how it's cut. It's not seeing it as a flat surface. So let's try a projected of this. We'll show the bottom. That should show as a diameter, and it does. And we're also going to show this here instead of here. So I think I'm just going to delete this one altogether. And we're going to cheat by just dragging the bottom above the top. This is what it should look like anyway. It should not show as a radius just because it's in a certain space. So the top view and the bottom view of this leg should look identical. For unfortunate reasons it doesn't, but that's okay. Let's drop in some center marks. And yeah, I think that one's done too. Put in your name. Put in it's a pig leg. Scale's already there for you. So I think we just have the one more view to add, but let's double check. We have the body, the ear, the eye, the head, the leg, the nose, plug, the nose. The rear, we do not have a tail yet. For the tail, we're going to make it shaded. We need to know the... You know what? Let's make a projected view right up above it. We need the diameter of the wire, 1875. We need the, I guess it's going to make us do radius instead of diameter. That's okay. Actually, you know what? It's not okay. Let's change the dimension type to diameter. So let's do this again. You click, before you click to set it down, you right click, go dimension type, change it to diameter. So 1 inch diameter. And we need to know the height. We're going to go from center to center of this, which means we should probably throw a couple little guys in here. And there's 1, 2, 3 turns. So let's put in some leader text and say 3 turns, or rotations, or whatever you want to call it. Put in your name. Pigtail. And that should be 10 sheets total. So that's 9 parts and a bill of materials at the very front. This is ready to print. Save your work. And we're going to call it, so let's call it Tig Pig. You know what? I lied to you. We're not done yet. This is a welding. So we do need one more sheet that shows how things are put together. For the base of this guy, let's grab our assembly file, and we want to look at the bottom side of him. Okay. Let's bump him up to at least half scale. We're going to put in our annotations here. Center marks are annotations. Dimensions are annotations. We want to show how far up those are placed, how far these things are apart. So 2.5 apart. How far from the top here. And last but not least, we need to have a welding symbol. So that will be here. It's kind of hard to see on mine. I click on the outside of that circle. And we need to tell the person who's welding this what they're doing. So this is a 3/16 and GTAW. It's a gas tungsten arc weld. Okay, and it says it's filleted on one side, and it's a 3/16 inch weld. We also want to put down that it is typical. So all of the welds on this drawing are going to be 3/16 inch fillet welds, and that'll be around the head, around the nose, around each of the legs, holding the rear on, all of that stuff. So I think now we can officially be done just as soon as we put our names in here. And let's say welds, or weldman drawing. Ooh, drop my A. Now we can save it. Now we can print it. Remember, when you go to print, you want to select our printer and check all sheets. Because we have A-size paper, you can just print a 1:1 scale.